Matt Bernier, joined by Dan Illman, taking a look at another Kentucky Derby contender profile. This time we take a look at Bravazo going out for the coach, Wayne Lukas. We're going to go back to a run 3 starts back at Oaklawn Park. It's a nice little effort, winning a non-winner as a one other than in his first start as a 3-year-old. This is going to be a pitched battle down the lane, defeating a nice, promising turf horse anyway. And Esmash, he came back to win the Risen Star, Dan, but that race has come back a little bit puzzling.
Well, the Risen Star, he got the right race flow, and he also got a slow pace up front, and there just wasn't any closing. They basically ran 1, 2, 3, 4 around the track in the Risen Star, and Bravazo was up close to that pace. A very similar situation as Promises Fulfilled's Fountain of Youth. It was a much different situation for Promises Fulfilled in the Florida Derby, and a much different situation for Bravazo in the Louisiana Derby. With slow pace in the Risen Star, faster pace in the Louisiana Derby. The problem with trying to make an excuse with Bravazo's Louisiana Derby is that the winner of that race, Noble Indy, was actually the one setting that fast pace, and Bravazo didn't look comfortable at all, lugging out very badly on the turn and basically being eased the final 16th of a mile. He just didn't do any running in his final Derby prep, and it's hard to see him winning the Derby off just such a dull race.
Well, that leads me to my next question here anyway. Was it a matter of, in Louisiana Derby, do you draw a line through it saying something was amiss and he clearly didn't pick his feet up? Or do you look at it and say, for one reason or another, he just couldn't hang when he was close to the pace?
I wonder if that's the case. I think you bring up a very good point. We showed a replay 3 starts back, his seasonal debut, where he came from farther out of it. And I wonder if the wily Hall of Famer, the legend Wayne Lukas, realizes that Bravazo's kick might be best served when saved to the end. I wonder if he'll be taken a little bit further off of the pace in the Kentucky Derby, and maybe that will help him out. But as we said in Promises Fulfilled's Kentucky Derby contender profile, this horse Bravazo is coming into the Kentucky Derby off of a non-effort.
He's also a little bit slow as far as figures are concerned, and if you think there is sort of a revision to a running style coming from more off the pace, he's going to be a big number. There's no question about it. But is he one of the more intriguing longer prices, or would you kind of lean towards somebody else?
I'd rather lean towards somebody else. Horse is in better form, at least. You can make the argument his career best speed figure was in the Risen Star. Again, a day where you wanted to be up close from a race flow standpoint. So is that a true 93 buyer? And if you take that away and say, well, maybe that's not a true indication of his ability, we go back to the 89 when he beat that field, and Esmash is okay, but not Kentucky Derby caliber. I would prefer others than Bravazo, but Wayne Lukas has worked magic in the Derby in the past. And this horse has got a little bit of a pedigree. He's by the long-winded, classy awesome again.
Coach knows a thing or two about winning a big race at Churchill Downs. We'll find out if he can get Bravazo into the winner's circle in the Kentucky Derby.